So weather definitely will not be an issue tonight for either team. Essentially perfect conditions. And Tony, Vikes coming off a tough loss last week against Frontenac. Anybody who follows high school football knows Frontenac has had a really good program year in and year out for a long time. But the Vikings, that honestly, I wasn't able to be there. I got to listen to just a little bit of it. Man, they held their own.
Yeah. So the first two Frontenac drives, the Frontenac's got deep into Viking territory, and then the Viking got turnover on downs twice, and then the Vikings scored first, went up 6-0, and then it was literally a minute 32 seconds, and Frontenac answered. So the whole first quarter there was no score, and then is like boom, boom, score, and then Frontenac got the ball again and scored, and then ended up, pretty much with a 2-touchdown lead pretty much the rest of the game. Ended up winning by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. But when it was 28-14 with like 8 minutes to play, the Vikings were driving deep into Frontenac territory, and got down and threw an interception around the 20.
Yeah.
And that was just kind of the backbreaker, but they moved the ball well. It's just sometimes we just didn't get any points off of some of the opportunities on some of the drives. So, I like our chances tonight. I think if we can maintain that running game that we've been doing so well the last few weeks, and then the defense plays the way they've been playing, I look for a Viking win tonight.
Yeah, I agree. And, really what we were hoping for going back to after we lost that season opener to LCHS, we said if our defense can keep playing like it did for most of that game against LC, if they can play that way and a little bit better, which they have improved, but we thought the big key was the offense. We need to see some improvement from the offense, steady improvement, and that's happened.
Yeah.
And that's happened. So the Vikings, they haven't made a lot of huge plays on special teams, but they haven't given up a lot of big plays on special teams either. So that's kind of been a wash, and they're just playing a better brand of football than they were back at the beginning of the season.
I totally agree. I feel like each week it just seems to get a little bit more fine-tuned. Is the words I would say. Everything just seems to be a little bit cleaner. The penalties haven't been as bad. It's just better brand of just ball all the way through.
I was a little worried. It looked like our head referee was having a little trouble finding the coin for the coin toss. He looked like a clueless best man at a wedding who lost the wedding ring.
He got it now, though.
And let's see. It looks like Parsons won it, and I think they want the ball, I believe is what Chandler Henson was indicating. We'll wait for the official word here.
Vikings receive.
Yeah. So Parsons won the toss and elected to receive, so they're wanting to get out to a fast start. Neodesha, they're sitting at 4-1, but Tony, even though we're going into week 6, no common opponents between these two, which is kind of hard to believe, seeing as how they're in the same district. But Viking captain's heading back over to the sideline.
Schultz and Henson and Summers, those boys are they're pumped up. They're ready to go.
Yeah, heart and soul of the 2025 Vikings for sure. And of course, Parsons being their home uniforms, blue and gold, and Neodesha in their traveling uniforms, white jerseys with, I believe, either black numbers or dark blue numbers.
I'm colorblind, but I'd say dark blue.
I'm going to guess navy blue since they're called the Blue Streaks, but in this day and age, you never know.
Yeah.
So, again, Vikings won the toss and elected to receive. I was impressed with Neodesha last year. Vikings, I don't think the final score was all that close, but Neodesha, they had some athletes.
Oh yeah,
they had some athletes out on the field.
If I remember right, I think their quarterback was a sophomore last year. Let me look here. It doesn't even have the positions listed on there, It just has a name and number and year. No positions.
No positions.
So
yeah, you're right.
I mean, I guess
I
that
know,
keeps you guessing.
McCoy Cody is their starting running back. Junior, and
yeah,
I think Tate Leck might be their starting quarterback.
They had some playmakers last year. So it could get interesting.
Well, pretty good crowd here at Marvel Park. We are ready for Week 6 to get underway. 4-1 Neodesha taking on your hometown Vikings, who are sitting at 2-3 on the year. Good kickoff, high end over end, fielded at the 8-yard line. Schultz at the 20, hit hard.
Wow.
At about the 22-yard line. So good coverage by the Neodesha kickoff team, and the Vikings will have it 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line.
Already a little pushing and shoving between the Blue Streaks and the Vikings on that kickoff. I don't think they liked the way that second and third hit came and hit Wyatt whenever he was stood up there. But that was a good kick by Cameron White.
Yeah.
He's a junior.
Excellent kickoff. So Vikes are going to send a couple of receivers to the near side.
Ford and Schultz maybe.
I think O'Banion lined up at the tight end position. 4 down linemen for the Neodesha defense. And Henson right up the gut. Carries a couple of guys with him. Nice pickup all the way out to the 30-yard line. And, well, he's a workhorse. Tony, I know he got a lot of work against Frontenac, and, of course, he had that huge
about 6 or 7 yards on the carry.
400-plus yards, I think, against Baxter Springs.
End up with 416.
Yeah, new school record.
And 45 receiving. He had 461 total.
So he picked up about 6 on that first down carry. So 2nd down and 4 for the Vikes. Hauk in the shotgun. Bad snap, but he gets it off to Henson, and he falls forward.
Ooh, that was dangerous.
Yeah, I think he may have stretched out for the first down.
They're spotting him about a half a yard short.
I thought they had him a yard further than that. So
his arm came like a swimming stroke.
Yes, it did.
And with that ball in it, I mean, you can get that thing stripped so easy.
So it's 3rd and about a foot for the Vikings. Ford will be split wide left. Schultz is in the slot. Still looking over to the sideline. And again, we don't have any play clock available to us, so we don't know how close we are to having to delay a game. As expected, they give it to Henson, and he's into the secondary, 40, 45. It's fumbled, and Neodesha has it.
I was afraid of something like that.
He was fighting so hard as he crossed midfield, but he got stripped right at the 50-yard line, and Neodesha was able to fall on it. So a big play by the Neodesha defense early in the first quarter. 10:19 to go in quarter number 1, and Neodesha off the turnover will have excellent field position on their own 49.
Yeah, sometimes when you're fighting for those extra yards and you're moving those arms away from your body, it's easy to get stripped. And, man, that on that 2nd down play, it was really out there. And I'm sure Neodesha, some of them players saw that, and it's heads up for them on defense to see that and strip that ball.
Tate Leck, sophomore quarterback, from the pistol. Gives it. They run a little option play, and they're going to have a nice pickup on 1st down, about 8 or 9 yards. It was Jaden Huckabee. So into Viking territory, down to the 43-yard line of the Vikes. Gain of about 8 on 1st down. Now, remember last year they didn't really run kind of a typical offense. You never really knew what.
They had some weird formations, if I remember right.
This time they're going to be under center and with an I formation. Give it to the tailback over left side. He's hit hard, spins forward, but I think he's still short of the first down. I thought he was going to gain about half a yard, but yeah, no gain on the play.
Definitely 4 down territory, though.
Yeah, I would think so. Unless they have one heck of a punter. But, yeah, 3rd and short. If it turns into 4th and short, I'd be surprised if they didn't go for it. So off the Henson fumble, Neodesha in Viking territory, 3rd and a long 1 from the Viking 43. Leck from the pistol. Takes the snap, wants to throw. He's got a man open. That was too easy for the first down. I don't know why you would give the receiver that much space. It's an easy first down to the Viking 28-yard line. Tony, that was kind of strange. There was a 10-yard cushion.
Yeah, that is definitely way too easy. Maybe there's something that they know we don't.
Blue Streaks, again, 4-1 on the year, 1-0 in district play. Vikings 2-3 on the year and 1-1 in district play. Tate Leck will line up in the pistol. Roebuck split near to the left, and they want to go to Roebuck. They're going deep to the end zone. Leck overshoots everybody, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Blue Streaks. I know Coach Scheibe and Henson and the offense were disappointed with that fumble on the first possession, but it looks like if the Vikings can take care of the ball, I think Henson could really wear down this defense by the end of the game.
Yeah, three rushes for 27 yards. I mean, you're averaging nine yards a carry. That's pretty solid to start. You just got to hold on to the ball.
McCoy Cody, the running back. He gets it over the right side and stood up at about the 25-yard line. Picked up about 3 yards. They're going to spot him actually just outside the 26-yard line. But yeah, I think definitely 4-down territory now for the Blue Streaks. It's 3rd and about 8. Just inside the Vikings' 27-yard line. Blue Streaks aren't afraid to throw the ball, and we might see him put it in the air right here. Sure enough, Leck looking, and he gets sacked back at the 35-yard line.
That's Sean O'Banion.
O'Banion came in for the big sack, and that was a big defensive play.
Yeah, you're looking at a 4th and 16.
Yeah, they've got to get down to inside the Viking 20. They need to get down to the 19-yard line, and the nose of the ball is on the Vikings 35. So, yep, 4th and 16. Javante White is one of 3 receivers to the far side. Leck takes the snap, quick throw, and overshot the intended target, and it's a turnover on down. So the Viking defense with a big hold. Offense back out on the field. Tony, I wouldn't be surprised if Henson breaks one for a touchdown here.
Yeah.
He's the kind of competitor. Once something happens where he got the ball stripped on that last possession, he may just come out like a freight train here.
You remember 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
He fumbled on that first drive, and then he was like a madman after that. He had a 70-yard run, a 47-yard run, a 30-yard run. So, yeah. It's almost like that just fuels the fire. Now he's getting somebody to tie his shoes. Micah's head coach.
I think so. So that much improved Viking offensive line up to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers to the near side. Hauk from the shotgun. Rolls to the near side. Quick throw goes right through the hands of his intended target, Caden Forbes. So tried to catch Neodesha off guard there with a throw on first down.
It would have worked.
Yeah, the throw was right on the money.
Yep.
So
I just don't think he got turned around in time to realize it was coming that fast. It's all about timing on those.
Ford and Schultz split to the near side. Forbes goes in motion. They're going to give it to Henson right up the middle. He gets hit hard at around the 39-yard line. Picked up about 3. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Vikes. 6:55 to go in quarter number 1. We are tied at 0. Vikes had a fumble on their first possession, and then Neodesha turned it over on downs. Big sack by O'Banion. Big part of that defensive stop by the Vikes. Ford split wide right. Looks like Schultz is going to be split wide left. Henson will be the running back, and Hauk will be in the shotgun. 3rd and 7 for the Vikes. Hauk to throw. He's got a man open.
Schultz.
It's Schultz, and he gets away from his man for a first down out to midfield. So they're going to say he stepped out at the Viking 49, so big pickup for the Vikes. And they didn't give him as much cushion as the Viking defense gave the Blue Streak receiver, but still, in my mind, a little too much.
Yeah, that's
a little too much.
Over 5 yards.
Yeah,
that's tough.
So good job by the Vikings taking advantage of that. This time Schultz comes wide right. 1st and 10 for Parsons from their own 49. We're tied at 0. 5:49 to go in quarter number 1. Vikes looking to even their season record at 3-3. Henson to the near side. Boy, they're trying to strip it again, and he falls forward. Obviously, that's part of the game plan.
Yep.
And, forcing turnovers is great, Tony, but it looked to me like that was the first guy to hit Henson was trying to strip him.
Yep.
That should be the 2nd or 3rd guy. The first guy needs to focus on tackling the ball carrier, and then any guys that come in to help can try to strip it. Otherwise, Henson's going to break a tackle, and the Vikes are going to have a 6-0 lead. Offense looking over to the sideline. Scoreboard clock hits 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Forbes in motion. Quick pass, low throw. Was it caught? Nope, incomplete. Must have bounced. Nice effort by Schultz, but that's going to bring up 3rd down for the Vikings. 3rd and about 6. Vikings need to get down to the Neodesha 41-yard line.
Well, it tells me if they're throwing on 2nd down, I mean, they're already thinking they're going four downs.
Right.
So they got 2 downs here to get 6 yards.
This time Henson will line up on Hauk's left side. A little bit of personnel confusion here by the Vikes. And we have no idea how much time is on the play clock. 3rd and 6. Hand off to Henson. He's got one blocker ahead of him, and he falls forward across the 45 to about the 44. That's going to bring up 4th and 3. And it looks like the Vikings may punt it away, Tony.
I would be.
Maybe playing the field position game here. That used to be a very common thing to do.
Yeah.
Let's see. I can't tell if they may have just left the offense on the field. Yep,
they just brought in a jumbo
yeah, they did.
package
4th
here.
and 3. I mean, they may be trying to get Neodesha to jump. I bet you that's what they're trying to do. No, they do run the play. And it's going to be a first down. Jones at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Still on his feet. Knocked out at the 5.
Wow. What a run by Jones.
You said it best, Tony. Basically a jumbo package in the backfield. I don't know that I've seen the Vikings do that all year, but it was very effective. Neodesha almost was banking on the Vikings punting it away. Now the Vikings go into hurry up with the same formation.
38-yard run by Dakari Jones there.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. They give it to Jones again over the right side, and he's going to power up toward the goal line, and he's in. It is a touchdown for the Vikings. And with exactly 4 minutes to go in quarter number 1, it's Parsons 6 and Neodesha 0.
Yeah, that was a